One of the discharged patients, by the way, we've spoken to several of them as they've left, and they're frankly shell-shocked. They are unable to put together sentences in some cases, and of course the media uncharacteristically did not descend on them like vultures. We let them go. But one gentleman did agree to be interviewed by several reporters as he left Arlington Hospital. His name is Alan Wallace, and he is a civilian employee at the Pentagon. Ironically, he happens to be a firefighter who was stationed with his fire truck close to the point of impact of the plane. And he described to me exactly what the scene looked like. He looked up, he said he saw the plane about 50 feet away, screamed for his partner to run. They took off running, and Alan Wallace now takes up the narrative.
At the time when I said, you mean referring to when I saw the plane, when I first saw the plane?
Right.
I yelled at my partner, and we both started running. I ran directly north, and he ran out into the field a little bit. There was a flash, a horrific crunch. There was a fireball. When I felt the fire, that's when I dove on the ground and slid underneath the van and crawled all the way underneath the van out the other side. And shortly after that, I could see Mark was okay. There was debris falling down from everywhere, and at that point we began to try and take charge of what was going on and do what we could to do to help anybody else.
Wallace told me that his fire truck was destroyed, so they essentially had to use their hands to help people from that point on. And the van he was talking about is just a van that was parked in the parking lot. He just spotted something to get under, and that, he believes, saved his life. Incredibly, Alan Wallace, the firefighter, worked for about 45 minutes before a sufficient number of other rescuers on the scene got to him and said, "You're too injured to work." He was then taken to the hospital. Unfortunately, we don't have time to show you a picture, but pretty much his whole left arm is bandaged because he was suffering from second-degree burns. That is one of many, many stories that's happening here and in New York today. This is just a tiny slice of the tragedy that's happening. Again, the numbers: 31 patients taken to Arlington Hospital. Other hospitals may be involved. I don't have those numbers. 8 of them in intensive care on critical condition. The worst injuries appear to be smoke inhalation injuries. That's the latest from Virginia Hospital Center in Arlington.